Hey everyone, it's Dave from Curtis Crafts, and today I'm going to be doing something that's already been done. Since this project has been done before a lot on YouTube, I'm going to try and make mine interesting, I guess. Try to take this down to as many parts as possible. Now, normally, you could just do a black wash on this entire thing, but do you remember when you were a kid and your mom bought that brand new cassette player from Costco, and you accidentally threw it out the window of her minivan while you were going on the freeway and it exploded all over the asphalt? Yeah, it didn't look like this. There was like color and stuff. So let's put some of those in. So for the inside of this dome, I want to make it pretty colorful, and I'm using some reds, greens, yellows, and blue. What I'm hoping is that since this dome is a little on the dirty side, you'll at least be able to see most of these colors through it, so they have to be kind of bright. I'm picking out some random details with no real reason for any of them being a specific color, but I am making sure I separate them out a little bit and just making sure that there's a level of interest everywhere. Now, if you built one of the R2 units without a clear head, this wouldn't necessarily apply to you, unless you totally felt like it. No one would know except you, and whether or not you judge yourself based on it is completely up to your discretion. Now that there's a bit of color on this, I'm going to move on to the head. Once I finished with the interior, I moved on to the outside of the body, and here you can see me ruining it with some ash gray paint. I like this color because it looks kind of like primer does underneath paint, and when you would scratch paint off, you'd see the primer and underlaying coats before you saw the metal. Eventually, I will go back and add some silvers into this so it looks like the paint's been scratched off even further. I'm going with a heavy black wash to make these details look oily and bring them to the surface a little bit better. This is Nuln Oil by Citadel Paints, which you could pick up at any hobby or miniature store, but a similar effect could be achieved by watering down some black acrylic paint. Once I'm done applying all my ruined details, I wipe it down with a wet paper towel and then take a piece of styrene to scratch it off. You'll want to use something soft but still able to scratch off the paint in order to get it down to a much smaller looking damaged area. Unless you want it to be really ruined and really full of grime and dirt, then just leave it as is. But on this droid, we're going for a little bit more subtlety. After that's done, I add some more black wash to some of the exterior details to make them look oily, and then I hit the other spots with dirt spatter and then wipe off the excess. This is supposed to look like it got dirty at some point during its lifespan, and then somebody tried to wipe it off and then fell asleep, or perhaps got captured, or left, or forgot what they were doing. But anyway, they did not finish wiping it off, or they did the best they could. After that's done and I wipe the excess paint off of the various areas, this droid is basically done. Definitely worthwhile to bring a little bit more to this box stock droid. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow for more of my builds.